This is, look at the rest of these. If you want a small, here's the sign. Here it is right here. Sold out. Right there. Oh, okay. Well, let me get a medium. Sold out. Let me get a large. Sold out. Let me get an extra large. Sold out. Hey, 2XL. Sold out.
The drama in the WNBA just took things up a notch. Sophie Cunningham's jersey flew off the shelves in minutes, leaving other players wondering why their own merchandise isn't moving. Is Sophie just that popular, or is it all about smart marketing? Either way, there's plenty of shade being thrown, and some egos are definitely feeling the sting. Stay tuned as we dive into the jersey madness, the tension, and the funny reactions.
I'm so excited. Like when I say that I am refreshed and I am motivated and I just like kind of feel like my spark is back. Everyone thinks I've been feisty. You've not even seen the feisty side of me yet. So this should be really fun.
Yep, that's Sophie Cunningham, the player known for her fiery energy like a caffeinated chihuahua and the boldness of someone who's never been told to calm down. Now she's bringing that same intensity to Indiana, making it clear she's not here to make friends. She's all about winning, and maybe stirring up a little drama while she's at it.
Maybe your initial conversations with the coaching staff as they maybe discuss what this season could be like both for the team and for you.
Yeah, I've always been a huge fan of Stephanie White, and I'm not kidding. We in college we played. I played. She coached against me and whatnot, and so we've known each other for quite a long time. And since I've been in the league, I was like, hey, when are you gonna coach me? You know, like it was always just kind of a running joke, and it's been one for the past like 3 or 4 years. And so to finally all kind of come together just at the right time, I'm stoked. I think she's a heck of a coach. I love her offense. I love her approach to games and her approach to her players and the relationship she has with her players.
When Sophie showed up for her press conference, she walked in with the kind of confidence that made it clear she's already thinking about her spot in the starting lineup. Let's be real. It's only a matter of time before she's trash-talking other teams, having stare-down showdowns, and waving off defenders after she scores on them.
Jersey! Oh, I love this! It's like I'm a rookie all over again. Nervous! Oh!
That's great. That's great. Like she's a rookie all over again. I heard Cece laughing at the end, so I guess Caitlyn Clark's in the room.
Sophie's competitive fire is off the charts. If it were any sharper, it could cut through steel. If you thought the Fever were going to quietly climb the standings this season, think again. Cunningham's here to shake things up, and not in a slow and steady way. She's bringing the heat with full-on, in-your-face energy, fighting for every loose ball like it's the last slice of pizza.
She is entering the locker room, and just a forewarning, this is not a lot of basketball talk video. This is just a lot of like fun, like Sophie Cunningham has arrived team talk. And if you listen closely, you do hear the voice of none other than Caitlyn Clark laughing in the background.
Oh gosh, this is the first time I've seen my jersey. Oh, I love this. It's like I'm a rookie all over again.
The big story isn't just that Sophie's on the team. It's the statement she's making, and how her jersey has become a symbol of that. Her words might have been different, but the message was loud and clear. She's here to win, and if that means bulldozing through half the league, so be it. It's not subtle, but it's definitely effective.
Yeah, you guys will learn that if I'm not in the gym, I'm normally by the pool. And so I was actually poolside when I found out. And, you know, there's a lot of emotions just because I have been out there for so long. But to be honest, my original thought was like, oh, heck yeah. Like, we're about to go win a championship. Like, that's exactly where my mind went. And like I said, it's all about the people. It's about the culture. I learned a lot out there, but now I'm ready to move on to something bigger, something better, and have a lot of really great players around me to, you know, seriously go win a championship.
Second Sophie put on that Indiana Fever jersey, the internet lost it. It was like a national crisis, but instead of disaster relief, everyone was rushing to grab a tank top with her name on it. Who would have thought polyester could stir up this much chaos? Somewhere, a Nike exec is probably giving himself a high five and moving up to a new tax bracket.
Finally here! All right.
And just like that, within hours, every single Sophie Fever jersey was gone. Poof. Vanished. The economy could be falling apart. Rent could be through the roof. But apparently, there's still cash for a Sophie jersey. Suddenly, Folks who've never watched a WNBA game are die-hard Indiana Fever fans, including the guy who thinks Tamika Catchings is a type of fishing gear.
And it still says low stock, one item left. One item left, y'all. Sophie Cunningham just showed up in Indy. Hasn't played a game yet. And that commenter wasn't lying.
Meanwhile, real Fever fans are sitting back, totally stunned. Where were all these new fans last season? The team could barely fill the lower bowl of the arena, and now jerseys are selling out like it's a Bianca concert. Some poor guy just wanted to replace his old Tama jersey, and now he's up against a 14-year-old with daddy's credit card and an influencer flexing on TikTok. And let's talk about the audacity here. When Sophie put on that jersey, it was like the stock market flipped. Scalpers started listing them on eBay for the price of a car down payment. Some dude probably bought 6, hoping to flip them for a profit, only to realize that teenage fans will straight up hunt him down if he dares to resell one. The WNBA has officially entered its sneakerhead era, and don't forget the chaos on Twitter. Grown adults were crying in the comments, screaming, "How did they sell out so fast?" Like bots and hype culture haven't already ruined everything from PlayStation 5s to Stanley Cups. Someone even suggested waiting for a restock, as if they haven't lived long enough to know that a restock just means more chaos and more heartbreak.
To be honest, I learned so much out in Phoenix. I was really blessed to have some really great teammates. You get to learn from the GOAT, Diana Taurasi. We've had a lot of people going in and out of that program. They've won championships. And so there's just a lot to learn. And I think that when this opportunity came about, when I first heard about it, I was so excited. Like I just knew that it was my time to get outside my comfort zone. The style of play that you guys are playing here, that Stephanie is going to bring here, it's run and gun. It's
somewhere in Indiana, a Fever staff member is probably stress eating, trying to figure out how their supply chain wasn't ready for Sophie Fever Nikes. They're pretending like they didn't see this coming, acting like they weren't already printing jerseys at lightning speed. If their factories aren't working overtime, it's probably because they're too busy brainstorming how to cash in even more. Maybe a limited edition Sophie jersey with gold trim to really test the limits of capitalism. One thing's for sure. Sophie just pulled off the impossible. She turned an Indiana Fever jersey into the season's hottest fashion statement. Somewhere, a Paris runway designer is scribbling down notes. The WNBA is officially mainstream, and all it took was one player in one jersey. Larry Bird is probably shaking his head right about now.
For me, I'm excited to be closer to home. I'm excited to deep dive into the community of Indiana. I've already met a lot of really cool people. I'm excited to inspire the next generation of young boys and girls around here, get to know the community more. But I promise you that I'm just ready to just like win.
Oh, Indiana Fever fans, they don't mess around. While other WNBA fan bases are still deciding if they should go to a game, Fever fans have already snatched up tickets, jerseys, hats, and probably even a life-size cardboard cutout of Caitlyn Clark for their living rooms. It's like Black Friday every time tickets drop, but instead of fighting over a toaster, everyone's just trying to breathe the same air as their rookie sensation. Meanwhile, in Chicago, it's a different story. You'd think Angel's Return would have the Sky fans rushing the box office like it's a Bianca concert, but nope. Turns out, selling tickets takes more than just good vibes and Twitter hype. Who knew? While Fever fans are selling out a preseason game in minutes, Chicago's front office is still scratching their heads, wondering why half their arena is empty.
That the Chicago Sky were also playing the Brazilian national team at LSU. Oh my goodness. Oh, hellfire.
Looks like Chicago's arena is hosting a silent retreat, and don't even get me started on merch sales. Fever fans will slap Caitlyn Clark's name on anything. Shirts, hoodies, baby onsies, coffee mugs, and probably even a few car decals. Somewhere out there, there's a Fever fan driving a custom-wrapped Caitlyn Clark-themed Honda Civic, and honestly, I respect it. Meanwhile, Sky fans are still asking, wait, when does the season start? While their team's merch gathers dust in a warehouse. To be fair, it's not all Chicago's fault. Fever fans are practically running a masterclass in fan engagement. They're acting like their team's already won 3 championships and built a dynasty, and honestly, good for them. Confidence is key. They get it. Don't wait for your team to be great. Act like they're already there. Other fan bases could definitely take some notes.
Of course, if you're a real sports fan, sometimes it makes it a little bit harder to celebrate some players because your love for other players. Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Steph Curry, LeBron James, it don't matter what side of the fence you fall on. You're going to hate on one and you're going to love the other, but you got to give credit where credit is due. Though the Caitlyn Clark effect is a real...
Sophie Cunningham? She's not just tough. She plays like she's collecting debts. Opponents are about to get a full dose of elbows, shoulder checks, and enough trash talk to make a sailor blush. Cunningham's style is in your face, unapologetic, and definitely not for the faint of heart. Every game, she's out there to make a statement. Her defense isn't just about stopping plays. It's about punishing the opposition and sending a clear message. Drive to the hoop at your own risk. If you're lucky, you might escape with your ego intact. Now, pair her with Caitlyn Clark, the sharpshooter who can hit from anywhere on the court, and you've got a truly dangerous duo. Clark's range is so lethal, it makes defenders second-guess every decision they make. She doesn't just sink three-pointers, she makes you rethink your entire game plan. Defenders scramble to close out on her, but it's like trying to catch lightning in a bottle. Blink, and the ball's in the net. Her shooting isn't just a skill, it's pure art. Every time she lets one fly, it's like watching a master create a masterpiece.
Indiana Fever. We definitely want to see more, but I do like what I'm seeing. It seems like for the most part, just in general, and this was the same vibe that I got with Aaliyah's workout, it just seems like the two are having fun. Sophie seems to be so grateful and so happy that she did sign with the Indiana Fever, and she expressed that in some of these interviews.